Hey, what is going on, everybody? Thank you for your patience. Been tweeting out some stuff. I'm still feeling under the weather, so my voice is a little bit nasty. Um, but yeah, so is the news for cryptocurrency. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine and Crypto, where we go over some cryptocurrency news, what's going on, at least the trending news. It's not all positive, unfortunately. Maybe talk a little bit about various cryptocurrencies. Do request people become subscribers and hit the bell notification to stay up to date. I do this weekly stream every Saturday if you're new to the channel, but also to become a subscriber so that we can participate in the live chat. Yeah, we'll get started. We got two streams going on today, so I'm going to end this one a little bit early, but Bitcoin almost hitting 17K. I think we're getting hit some serious resistance right now. Will we push down? And next week is really what's going to, kind of give us a shunt either in the wrong direction or the right direction. Either we're going to fall back down, breaking past the support barrier and falling to that 13, 14K, like 13.8, 14, maybe 13.5, or we're going to push through this resistance with enough strength so we can climb back up. 17.8 is what I'm looking at, maybe 18.2 would be nice, but it would be nice to stop trading in this range that we've been sitting in for such a long time. We'll just have to wait and see how things pan out. The stream is a lot stable right now. Thank you, wife, for joining us. I hope you're having a great day at work. Me and the wife are going to the Jacksonville Jaguars game. It is technically a playoff game. If we beat the Titans, we're in. If we don't beat the Titans, we might have a chance at a wild card slot. But it's going to be a very interesting game. The Jaguars looking pretty good right now, but I'm staying humble and wishing the best. So me and the wife are going to go enjoy that later on this evening. If anybody in the Jacksonville area is going to be hanging out, the Duval area, hanging out the game, and you see me, hit me up. But drinking some Dogelord coffee and getting on with the news. Let's see here. Headlines: BTC sold and ADA price analysis for January 7th. Mt. Gox extends its repayment registration deadline to March 30th. So if you were affected by Mt. Gox so many years ago, please make sure you follow the steps to get your funds back, hopefully. Bitcoin price nears 3-week high as trader says sub 7% CPI may seek 19K. So that's what I was saying, like 17.8, 18K is where I'm eyeing or looking right now if we do trend positively. But if we go down negatively, again, you won't see it on this chart. I'm looking more at the 13.7, 13.5 K area that Bitcoin could fall down to. I got some positions in there, not financial advice, to buy some Bitcoin if it does dip that low. And the crypto news is just continuing. Not only are we moving sideways, but the crypto news is very negative. It's a number of entities, organizations, conglomerates, corporations, whatever you want to call it, continuing to either lay off employees, become insolvent, whatever you heck you want to call it. This SBF drama is still continuing on. You can see some of the articles here. We'll go over some of it right now, but we'll start off with U.S. bank Silvergate hit with 18 billion in crypto withdrawals. So run on the bank happened, which is the kind of the whole point of why crypto was created in the first place. But everybody wants to still utilize a centralized entity to do everything for them. So yeah, and there's a couple articles here that we're going to go through. I'm just going to read bits and pieces of it. I don't have anything special or highlighted to read to you, but I know some of you don't like me reading to you anyways. I will be putting some of these articles in the description if you choose to check it out. But yeah. Also, the stream going on, the reason I'm ending early, the stream that we got going on after the fact is going to be playing around with the RX 7900 XT, one of AMD's latest GPUs. I've been experiencing a number of issues. Not going to go through, I've been doing some testing offline, but been experiencing issues, AMD drivers, stuff like that. Obviously, miner devs haven't updated quite yet completely. Like some miners are able to utilize the GPU, where at the very, very release, we saw that Dizzy Mining was having some issues, that at least some of the miners are starting to utilize the GPU, maybe not to its full capacity or full efficiency, but it is starting to get a little bit better, and we're going to continue to have more and more updates. Hive West, at least right now, does not work but we'll see how things pan out. There is an update coming for that as well. So around 2/3 of the bank's customers pulled their deposits in the final 3 months of 2022. The bank has sold $5.2 billion in assets to cover the costs and remain liquid. So they do have liquidity, so they say. It came as 3 U.S. regulators warned banks that issuing or holding crypto was highly likely to be inconsistent with safe and sound banking practices. Silvergate is a bank listed on the New York Stock Exchange and is therefore regulated within the financial sector. It is one of the small handful of businesses within the sector that provides cryptocurrency services. The withdrawals followed the collapse of FTX Crypto Exchange, which was once valued at $32 billion, blah, 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 yeah. Sam Bankman-Fried has pled not guilty to charges that he defrauded customers and investors. Let me know what you think about that in the live chat or comments below. Do you think SBF committed fraud, yes or no? And any supporting evidence that you might want to throw in there or supporting facts. Maybe a little bit of opinion. Thank you, Crypto Mikkel, and everybody coming over from there. Hope you guys had a great morning. And by the way, Crypto Mikkel, what I was talking about is the GR Corolla. But I don't want the core, and I don't want the high-end one. I forgot. It starts with an M. I forgot how to pronounce it correctly. But the Circuit Edition is the one I want. However, it's a little bit high, and I need to focus on more important things right now, especially with the TL being out or down right now. I need to focus on kind of consolidating everything and figuring out where I'm going to go with that. But the GR Corolla, remember I had a FDR X7 93, the beautiful body style. I also had a SR20 S13 chassis with a SR20 motor in it, T28 turbo. So I'm definitely a car guy, more on the import side, but I did grow up around hot rods or American muscle. But anyways, let me know what you think, SBF, what you think of the SBF situation, you know, him pleading not guilty. There's also an update on that. Moving on with more Silverbank, let's see here. Silverbank plunged 46%. So shares, obviously, in the panic. Silvergate shares plunged on the stock market, thus causing even more panic. It's like panic on panic on panic. That's what it basically boils down to. Let's see here. So it plunged 46% after CryptoBank said it saw an outflow of 8.1 billion. That one says 8.1. This one says 8 billion. Okay. So basically 8 billion. I guess you could just round it up. Digital asset deposit during the fourth quarter and has slashed 40% of its staff, or about 200 employees, to cut costs, according to the filing with the SEC. The bank has also halted plans to launch a digital currency and has written off the 196 million related to its acquisition of the technology and asset of them association from Facebook, parent Meta platform. So basically, Diem, I think is what it is, how you pronounce it, Diem, formerly known as Libra, was Facebook's attempt to create a stable coin, which is a cryptocurrency pegged to the US dollar or another stable asset. So this bank acquired the technology and assets for aka Libra Diem, and now it has written it off. Diem has said last February that Silvergate would be buying its asset and technology in response to the rapid changes in digital asset. And here's a quote here: digital asset industry during the fourth quarter, we took commensurate steps to ensure that we are maintaining cash liquidity in order to satisfy potential deposit outflows, and we currently maintain a cash position in excess of our digital asset related deposits. So I hope that basically translates to, if everybody wanted to pull their money out right now, besides the 8 billion that did, they have the money to do so. Macro headwinds and contagion from the collapse of SBF, blah, 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 FTX. Some firms filed for bankruptcy, largely because of the poor performance of Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two largest cryptocurrencies that both fell over 60% in the year 2022. Silvergate Exchange Network continued to operate with an average daily trading volume of 1.3 billion in the fourth quarter, up to 1.2 billion in the third quarter. The bank, however, witnessed an outflow of 8.1 billion in digital asset deposits during the fourth quarter. To counter the flows, Silvergate sold 5.2 billion in debts and securities, incurring a loss of 718 million. continuing on, more Silvergate stuff. Tanks more than 40% after crypto banks to close massive fourth quarter withdrawals. So I wonder, had they had to disclose it, but had they not disclosed it, their stock probably wouldn't have plunged this far. But this is the company that's hurting due to, as the dominoes fall, from the FTX SPF debacle. Now, I'm not going to read anything from this article. We're just going to move on. Make sure you leave any questions in the live chat at me or send a super chat if you want to get my attention. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on rocking and rolling. And we're going to end this stream a little bit early because we're going to move on to some of the data and hash rate. I'll do a summary video on the hash rates of the 7900 XT in the future, but this is just going to be a quick live stream today while I got the internet stable for once. No thanks to Comcast. SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, lawyer just filed a claim to keep his $450 million in Robinhood shares, arguing he needs them for legal fees. Really, dude? Really, dude? You know, if I got thrown in jail right now, I would get a public representative, right? I probably could hire a lawyer, but more than likely I wouldn't be provided one. I would have to huff it out or either represent myself or use the public defender. I like how people like this can get away with this shit. It just pisses me off. Because you best believe that if that was me that lost $32 billion of assets, investors, and customers' money, I'd be in jail right quick and in a hurry. Anyways, I already asked a question about SBF. You let me know what you think. Actually, let's do a quick poll real quick. A quick poll real quick. Do you think SBF committed fraud? There you go. Poll put up. The only people having fun right now in this crypto market is only a handful. As New Year begins and the fall, and as falling cryptocurrency mongo SBF prepares for the legal battle of his life, the industry has helped dragged low continues. He helped drag low. Okay, the industry he helped drag low continues to struggle with the revenue, with investor confidence, with yet more crime. Wow, dude. Okay, if you went in on BTC or ETH or DAOs or NFTs, it's been bad news all around. But for people reporting news, it's been a golden age. Recall the disgrace SPF, cryptocurrency exchange FTX, began with the report from a crypto-centric news website. CoinDesk published a leaked balance sheet from SPF, founded hedge fund Alameda Research, that made the business look not just iffy, but worryingly intervened with FTX. Hence why, the insider information or the information that CZ had made him decide to pull that money out. When he decided to pull that money out, that's what started the catastrophic fall. It's not that CZ wanted to take down FTX. It's just it was a bad investment and bad thing to leave their money there. Hence the reason why Caroline or Alameda was trying to get on Twitter and be like, yo, we'll buy it back from you. How about this? And that turned out to be bullshit. And obviously those tweets were deleted. Doge Lord Coffee, everybody. Around the same time, the independent newsletter Dirty Bubble Media performed its financial analysis of Alameda, asking whether the company was actually insolvent. Then, following FTX collapse in early November, many of the juiciest and weirdest revelations from the company came from outsider sources. CoinDesk was the first to the Bahamian orgy mansion allegations, for better or worse. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. I didn't mean to read that out loud. SPF cop, blah, 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 yada, yada. Yes, yes, yes. South District, New York, who accused SPF of campaign finance violations, right? That's still being investigated as the crypto implosion goes on. Traditional media ventures, including Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, New York Magazine, have more than carried their weight, as digital outlets like Vox, Bloomberg, and Puck. Andrew Ross Sorkin's grilling on SPF New York Times Dealbook Summit was harsher than many expected, following earlier Times interview with the founder that many criticized as softball. Basically, the first initial interviews were kind of being like, poor pity him. Moving on. Basically, we got a lot of citizen journalism popping up, right? We've been having Mario and his team on Twitter, constantly, bringing in people from various outlets, whether it's politicians, regulators, tax professionals, finance professionals, crypto, heads, not crypto heads, but people popular in cryptocurrency, stuff like that, kind of doing their own, and even exchanges doing their own citizen journalism. Not all of it I would agree with the approach that they've been doing, but they were one of the first to get that information. And that information disseminated to various news outlets, and some of those news outlets were listening into those conversations when this all began to start. Now we got YouTube CoffeeZilla, who's also been tearing into and jumped on one of Mario's meetings to tear into SBF and get him to admit in fraud on that Twitter Spaces. And so basically what this article is saying is that while the crypto market is down, the only people having fun are the citizen journalists that are really pushing buttons and trying to get answers for the public to understand what is through a public setting or a private setting. Those are the people that are having fun. And this article is very interesting. If you want to check it out, I'm going to put it down in the description right now. And I'm going to check live chat here in just a second, but I don't see any pings or anything like that. So it doesn't mean you want my attention. You just want me to continue to go on with the Caffeine and Crypto show. So I will do that. Celsius. We got some more information here. I've been posting some shorts regarding Celsius, like, where to claim, how to claim, stuff like that. 100% yes, nobody voted no. Thank you. At least there's some smart people in here. What's up, Gordon Murray, Adam Williams, Magic Lucky, Miss Vega, Budweiser, Retro Mike Crypto, Crypto Craig, Nick, what's up? Yeah, we need to send him over to the Ram Ranch. We need to send SBF over there. Just airdrop him in. Seb, what's going on? Alexander, Chump Change, how you doing, brother? Nitty, welcome. All right. You guys still talking about cars. I love it. MK6. Mark 6 is manual only, and his current value is great. Only thing is I like about German cars versus Japanese cars or Korean. I really like imports. I really like my imports, but I do have respect for American muscle. So bad news for the Celsius situation. Bad news for thousands of cryptocurrency investors. They don't own their accounts. A judge ruled, in short, that the funds are not owned by the individual, the retail investor. More than 500,000 people who deposited money in the collapsed crypto lender Celsius network have been dealt a major blow to their hopes of recovering their funds, with the judge in the company's bankruptcy case ruling the money belongs to Celsius and not the depositors. Basically, once you have deposited the funds in the Celsius Earn program, who promised outlandish APR or APY rates for various cryptocurrencies, that those funds are no longer yours. Those funds are a part of Celsius. The judge, Martin Glean, found the Celsius terms of use. The lengthy contracts that many sites published but a few customers read meant that cryptocurrency assets became Celsius property. And we have seen that. If you look at the fine print for many of the exchanges you use, including Binance, if something were to happen, the funds you put in those accounts are not yours. So therefore, if they go insolvent, claim bankruptcy, or whatever the fuck they want to do, your funds are no longer yours. It's theirs to do with as they will in order to pay down whatever the top investors, people, whatever it is. So, hence the reason why Son of a Tech, Chump Change, Red Panda Mining, Crypto Mikkel, and so many others that you watch in the crypto industry, BitBoy, Crypto Wendy O, have been saying get your funds off exchanges, is because it's just that. If you read the actual terms and conditions, 9 times out of 10 in the fine print, it basically says once you have put your funds in this account and it closes, goes down, they go insolvent, bankruptcy, whatever the hell happens under unusual circumstances or whatever terms they want to use, the funds are no longer yours. The ruling underscores the Wild West nature of the unregulated cryptocurrency industry. On Thursday, New York Attorney General Letitia James, sorry if I mispronounced that, ma'am, moved to impose a kind of order or at least a legal repercussions on the Celsius founder, Alex, whom she accused in a lawsuit of defrauding hundreds of thousands of customers. Crypto's fortunes that plummeted in recent yada yada, whatever, okay. Its bankruptcy in July, freezing at least $4.2 billion for 600,000 Americans. according to court reports and foreshadowing of the collapse of FTX. So 4.2 billion locked up. Some of that, many of you guys' assets. It's a little bit of mine, but nothing that, like, if I don't get back, I would be like, oh, no, it's nothing like that. It's a couple $100, nothing bad. There are many other platforms that feature terms of use that are similar to Celsius, as I was mentioning. And they just want the customers, the retailers, to understand the risk that they are taking when depositing their assets onto insufficiently regulated platforms. Now, one of the questions that popped up earlier before one of my friends asked me about Celsius, who did deposit their money in Celsius but then withdraw to cash out, whatever, so they weren't impacted, was, are they FDIC insured? Are they regulated? I told them no. But if you looked at the website of Celsius during the early days, they did kind of make it look like they were FDIC insured, or they had some type of, side mound of money that in case shit hits the fan, they can pay the retail investors or the investors back. But that wasn't the case. They were making risky plays, risky decisions with money that wasn't theirs in the fucking first place. Hence the reason why we're in this position. Same thing with Alameda and FTX. You were making risky bets. The market didn't pan out. The price of the various cryptocurrencies did not go the way that you were hoping. You thought the bull rally was going to last for fucking ever. And it hit shit. And then you're eating shit. But you're impacting so many various people that were hoping to, if not get rich quick, at least have something better than what they had going in. If I put in $300 because I believe Bitcoin's going to go from $3,000 to $30,000, that $300 might be $1,000 or $1,200 in the future. And that would be nice to help out with a month of bills or what have you. But that wasn't the case. And those funds, once deposited, were used for risky bets, risky decisions. And that's on the fault of the owner or the company making stupid ass decisions like that. But they're not really held accountable, are they? At least from what we've seen so far, they're not held accountable. I mean, we got SBF stalling and claiming he needs his $450 million. Poor baby. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, another more bad news. And I'm sorry that the news is so negative. Crypto Empire DCG faces U.S. investigation over internal transfers. This is going to be very interesting. SEC should be reviewing money flows between companies. Scrutiny follows losses stemming from 2022 crypto turmoil. So, like, the dominoes have fallen. You got mining firms, Bitcoin mining firms that are belly up. We got Genesis, crypto lender Genesis considers bankruptcy, lays off 30% of its staff. And usually when you see layoffs, that kind of makes you a little bit worried, because that means they're tight on money, right? And we're seeing more and more of this, right? Not only we got withdrawals, we got crypto exchange Huobi, right, laying off 20% of its staff. We also have Super Rare cuts 30% of its staff. Winklevoss, there was a little bit of drama on Twitter if you haven't paid attention to it. I forgot what company. Was it Genesis? I can't remember. I'm not Mario. And the various citizen journalism. But there was some drama going on. And January 8th, which is tomorrow, is a deadline for which some entity needs to pay back Gemini the funds. And I'm trying to remember what the heck the name of that damn company was. Genesis. Okay, here we go. One of the ways Gemini created these returns was through Genesis Global Capital, the lending arm of crypto investment firm Genesis Global Trading, which is owned by Salbert's Digital Currency Group, which in turn loaned them out. So Gemini lent users funds to Genesis, right? So they gave the users funds to Genesis. Once again, taking money that wasn't theirs and putting it, but once you deposit it, it is theirs, right? Once you put it in their systems, it is technically theirs. The Winklevi, we're confident the cryptocurrency prices will continue to rise, again, depending on the bull run, right? And I don't want to get all military on you, but if you paid attention to or you're avid in the history of World War II, the Germans offensive in the Battle of the Blitz was dependent completely on weather. Why would you depend on weather? Yes, it started off well for them. Yes, they were able to make a significant gain into the Allied lines, but you're completely dependent on weather. Once the weather changed and the Allies were able to call in air support, you were screwed. So why would you rely on weather? Why would you, in this case, why would you rely on, okay, the Bitcoin's at 69K. It can only go up from here. Dude, we were on a straight ascent for so long. We blitzed past a lot of in the past resistance and just kept going. It was complete nuts, right? People had more money. COVID was happening. People were getting stimulus checks. People were just spending like crazy. And, you know, the Fed pumped a bunch of money into the market. And so people, I don't know why they thought it was just going to continue to go up. But that's exactly what happened again. They thought it was going to continue to go up. And lo and behold, it didn't. And so once the price started to fall, and those plays, those risky bets didn't pan out, they got fucked. Plain and simple. And I do mark this video not safe for kids, by the way. So if you're a young one, please consult your guardian, parent, whoever. I do apologize, though, if that my cursing offends you. I usually try not to curse, but lately I just really don't give a damn. So anyways, Gemini lends money to Genesis. Money that is their users. And January 8th, these mofos apparently should pay Gemini back for the money that they need. Or the deadline, so to speak. I don't see where they pointed the deadline. Open letter to Serpent this week. All right, so in an open letter to Serpent, Silbert, whatever, Cameron Winklevoss said that over 340,000 users have more than 900 million in crypto trapped at Silbert's Genesis Global Capital, and his total Salbert's company owed Gemini 1.675 billion. He argued that Salbert was engaging in bad faith stall tactics to avoid paying back customers. The idea in your head that you can quietly hide in your ivory tower and that this will all just magically go away, or that this is someone else's problem, is pure fantasy, he wrote. Salbert responded by saying that he did not borrow 1.675 billion and that he never missed an interest payment. And some critics have argued that a collapse was inevitable owing to unsustainable returns offered by Gemini. BlockFi, another crypto lender that offered high returns to investors, which is also down, filed for bankruptcy in November amid the crypto winter. Now, BlockFi, I kept you guys posted if you follow me on Twitter. I saw it coming. Like, once FTX was happening, I was like, well, FTX bought BlockFi. 2 and 2 equals 4. All right. And I immediately got my funds off of there. I was able to get my funds. It was nothing substantial, not life impacting, couple $100, whatever. But I was able to get my funds, but it's because I immediately withdrew the funds instead of waiting. And what happens is a lot of people didn't see my tweet till later, and they withdrew after a certain time. I forgot the exact date. I think it was August something. And their funds are stuck. So I got a couple people I know that has like 4,000 stuck or 20,000 stuck or 10,000 stuck. I hope that you are not one of those people, whether it's BlockFi, Celsius, or anybody else. But yeah, this is just some stupid bullshit, man. And it's all exposing the stupid tactics that these institutions, corporations, investors, and people in the crypto industry that say, trust me, we'll take care of your money. You'll be able to easily, that's the problem, is everybody in this world wants freaking convenience. They just want fucking convenience. That's all they want, right? They want to conveniently do and manage their crypto on their phone. And I understand that. It makes life a little bit easier, but you're sacrificing security for convenience. Why do you want to sacrifice your security for convenience or your privacy for convenience? But people want to do it, right? People want to give up their privacy and their security just to have everything conveniently on there, just so they can manage everything they want right there. But it also makes it a single point of failure. If I get your phone, I can get into your accounts, especially if I do a SIM swap. especially if I coerce or social engineer a company at AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, Sprint, whatever it might be. So don't sacrifice your security and your privacy because of convenience. Yes, it's an extra few steps, hardware wallet, whatever you got to do, paper wallet and a safe, but it's the better bet. Using exchanges is like I have some funds on exchanges. You guys know me, if you're familiar with the channel, I use 3 commas, right? So I have bot trading happening in the background, not big trades. I ain't no baller, dude. I'm still broke as hell. But I'm still having micro transactions, micro trades happening, and I'm just slowly accumulating different assets, different cryptocurrencies, focusing on the ones I want to focus on. I did consolidate. I got rid of a lot of S coins and consolidate, but you know, I leave that little bit of money on exchange, and then the rest is all secure, offline, not dependent on a single point, right? Single point of failures. Anytime you have single point of failures, you want to eliminate those as soon as possible. You also want some redundancy if possible, right? You know, back up you've got your wallets on your desktop, back it up, you know, right? If you got a full node wallet, 9 times out of 10 under the user profile name, app data, local or roaming, there's going to be some folder in there that has a wallet file that you need to back up. Back that up. If it gives you a 12-word or a 24-word seed phrase, back it up. Write it down, notate it, whatever. Don't write it down on a notepad and keep it on the same computer that if the hard drive crashes, you're fucked. Don't do that. But, you know, have a backup of a backup of a backup. You should have it, you know, if you're going to do full nodes and back up that wallet.dat file on the same hard drive, at least put it on a flash drive or an external hard drive. And then maybe back up that external hard drive on a different drive. Just be a little bit smarter with your funds. But, you know, the people that are watching right now, I'm pretty sure are already doing this. I'm just preaching to the choir here. However, if there's anybody new, there's a series of how to secure your Bitcoin or cryptocurrency where I go over the various options, identifying what you really need, right? Because it depends on you, your use cases, your habits, and then moving on all the way up to hardware wallet. I did not do a full breakdown on the Ledger wallet, but that is the one I use. However, that is not the only hardware wallet out there. So let's see if this is some positive news as we get ready to wrap up things here and prepare for the 12 o'clock stream. Please come back and check us out as we go over some hash rates. What's up, Golden Wolf? Haven't seen you in a minute. So stake ETH withdrawals, scalability, and more cool events on the horizon for Ethereum. Let's see here. Crypto Mikel or anybody in the live chat. Have anybody been paying attention to the Ethereum dev meetings? And do we have a solid date on when the withdrawals are going to come out? Because I don't think we do. A solid date. Not expectation. Solid date is what I'm asking about. So we know about the merge in September, which we had the merge minor meeting. Thank you for many of you who donated to that meeting to help out this channel. We are a small channel, but I do keep in touch with everybody and been in the scene for quite a while. Bits Be Trippin' is the true OG. I'm not too far behind him as far as mining. My channel really didn't take off to early 2017, late 2016, because I actually started recording my journey instead of just doing it. But you know, the Ethereum merge meeting that we had in September was great. It was good to see. I want to do another one. I will communicate with the various parties, personnel, and crypto YouTubers that I have connections with to plan another meeting later this year. We'll probably do it in September or around that time, a year after the Ethereum merge. We'll come back, revisit how things look. So I look forward to having that meeting again. Crypto Mikel, Chump Change, Red Panda Mining, Rabbit Mining, the Hobbyists, Bits Be Trippin', Mind Your Biz, Son of a Tech, all the faves, and my colleagues in this space. But basically, after that merge, GPU mining profitability took a shit, right? And it hasn't been as profitable to mine cryptocurrency. But there's still miners out there. That doesn't mean crypto mining is dead, because there's various versions or applications to crypto mining. There's CPU mining, there's GPU mining, there's FPGA, there's ASIC mining. So crypto mining isn't dead. It's just GPU mining specifically has taken quite a hit since the Ethereum merge. But many thought that after the merge, they would be able to withdraw their Ethereum cryptocurrency that they had staked. That was not the case. And they got blindsided, despite the fact that we've been warning them and advising them that they would not resolve this. It looks like we're making some headway. So it says here, but validators were made aware before they joined the network that their stake ETH and accrued rewards would remain locked up until Ethereum's next upgrade known as Shanghai, which is now set for March. Last I heard, Shanghai is not, just because Shanghai happened does not mean that's going to unlock the withdrawals. Yeah, there's no date set yet, says Crypto Mikkel. Retro Mike, April, May is the devs' expectation, but no solid date or block height yet, right? That's what you're looking for. You want a block height or block number, and you want a solid date or expectation. They said less is staked than expected, so they aren't concerned with a massive sell-off. So that's a good thing, right? Because if you had all this funds, all this cryptocurrency, Ethereum locked up, and then you allow the unlocking, you know, a lot of people were worried about, oh, they're just going to sell off. They're going to sell off. I doubt that. I believe people that are in Ethereum and staking in Ethereum believe in Ethereum long term, as they continue to build. And I do have positive vibes from Ethereum. They did some things that kind of pissed me off, but I do have a positive outlook personally looking at Ethereum per se. Let me check my mining statistics. All right, cool. But yeah, there's nothing set in stone, but you can look forward to that. The Shanghai is obviously going to bring some unique upgrades like sharding, Proto Drake. Wow, we're not playing World of Warcraft, Chris. Proto Dank sharding. And let's see here. As far as gas, let's see what they say here. The same goes for Ethereum transactions. Shards will increase the amount of network activity the blockchain can process, therefore decreasing gas fees and allowing for faster transaction speeds. I'm going to hold my breath on that one. We'll see how things go. Usually what really fucks up the gas prices is like a huge sell. But Bored Ape Yacht Club is getting their ass handed to them right now. And a lot of people who got into NFTs and spent millions, if not hundreds of thousands on NFTs are not having the same amount of value right now. So we'll see how things go. But usually when like a new release comes out, new product comes out, a lot of hype gets built up. That usually jacks up the gas prices, which is why the miners made a killing during those times. However, now it's going to be the validators and the people who are manipulating the MEV or maximal extractive value. So we'll see how that turns out. Dealing with Ethereum censorship problem, right? Because they're very centralized. We've got the OFAC that they have to comply with, which sanction Ethereum Mixer Program, Tornado Cash, or entities that have worked with it. We talked about that many times, and a number of our colleagues talked about it as well. Currently, 65% of the blocks that have made it onto Ethereum's blockchain over the last 24 hours censored Tornado Cash transactions, and members of the community had tried to reverse the course of increased censorship, right? They're very centralized right now, based on Amazon, AWS, maybe a little bit on Hetzner and stuff like that, and mostly in the U.S. So if a government entity or the U.S. government or whatever came up and was like, hey, you guys, don't allow these transactions, don't process this, block these addresses, they more or less got to comply. So they went from a very decentralized environment to a very centralized environment, thus removing the security. So what did I say? Don't give up security and privacy for convenience. But I mean, I'm still positive for it. I'm still positive that Ethereum can make some updates and make some progress, and devs can make good things happen for the Ethereum ecosystem overall. Tim Biko, great individual, intellectual, love to talk to him. Micah, supporter of the miners, but is a straight shooter, very smart. I enjoy our conversations, and I look forward to possibly having them in the future. So, just to let you know, guys, this is wrapping up the Caffeine and Crypto for this Saturday, January 7th, 2023, the first Caffeine and Crypto of the year. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for your patience as I had internet issues throughout the past couple of weeks. It was very annoying, very annoying. Comcast was not helping. I think it may come back. I think it's only a temporary fix. It's not a full-on resolution. However, I will continue to do my best to adapt and overcome so that way I can bring you these live streams weekly. Now, I do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I drop videos, and every Saturday I do live streams. And I welcome you to join the channel, whether by becoming a member or just hitting the subscribe button and hitting the notification bell to stay up to date with what's going on. Meanwhile, in about 15 minutes and some change, we will be going over some of my results, which I still have to put it on Reddit, of the AMD RX 7900 XT hash rates. We already been getting these hash rates and information from our other colleagues as well. Dizzy Mining, probably Rabbit Mining, I'm not sure, has done it. But either way, those hash rates are coming out. You know, AMD's performance is not as profound as one would like, but we're still going to go over it, and I'll just give you the data, let you make your own decisions. But I will be compiling the data, which I'm still working on and will continue to work on after the next stream coming up here at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and dump it on Reddit and share it with the community, and then you guys can compare, you know, data from Dizzy Mining against mine and Rabbit Mining against mine and Red Panda Mining against mine. That's what you do. You collect all the data, you look at it, you analyze it, and you're like, okay, these are not the GPUs I want to buy, or these are the GPUs I want to buy. Meanwhile, we had the 4070 Ti drop. Rabbit Mining has already shown us the hash rates on those cards. I do not plan on getting the card myself. I plan on not touching the 40 series. I had a 4090, I sold it, and I have no intention of getting another 40 series GPU. Unless there's another 4090 that you know I can get for a steal of a deal, I don't plan on doing it. I would like to update to the new AMD 7000 series with X3D, because we've seen the amount of cache that those CPUs will have. I'd be very interested to see that, as well as AMD releasing a 7000 series, Ryzen 7000 series CPUs, non-X, that are very power efficient. However, they should be able to be clocked like the X SKUs if you wanted to. However, they're more efficient. So I wonder how that would pan out as far as CPU mining. That'd be very interesting. I already tagged Rabbit Mining, but if any of you guys get the 7000 series non-X Ryzen CPUs, ping me on Twitter or on YouTube or on Discord. I would like to see what the hash rates are for those SKUs. 4070 Ti has been getting bashed lately, the fake 4080 12 gig. Because they handicapped the performance by really locking down the bus. But we'll see how things go. So as of right now, as far as like top GPUs, 4090 is king. The next card I would say is the 7900 XTX, then the 4080, then the 7900 XT on some titles, parallel with the 4070 Ti on some titles, depending on the workload. Those are the top GPUs: 4090, 7900 XTX, 4080, 7900 XT, and then the 4070 Ti just right there. Depends on the title. They go back and forth. But is it a worthwhile investment? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. We'll see how things pan out over time. Now, again, the 4080 does beat out the 7900 XTX in some titles, but that's my list. It's just an opinion. It may not be accurate. You're welcome to list your own opinions down in the comments below. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for your patience with me. Do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed and hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And by the way, there is an address down there if you feel like sending me something. It is screened, and you know, obviously the security measures in place, so don't be stupid. But you know, be appreciative. And Nick, no, I don't want tickets to the Ram Ranch. Get out of here. You guys take care. I look forward to the Jags game, and I'll see you in about 14 minutes. Take care.